So of course, creepypasta is probably the most well-known stuff on the internet by today, and considering it started in 2010, it continues to get popular over time. But we hardly actually acknowledge some of the other creepypasta writers to make it even more better than it was before. Then again, we have Mr. Creepypasta or something like Mr. Nightmare, but we have to acknowledge other creepypasta writers that just bring more entertainment to the series in general. So here's my list of my favorite creepypasta writers. Please enjoy. So at first on our list, we have a guy simply just called Creepypasta. Now, of course, this guy was actually legendary during his earliest time on YouTube, how he's one of the main people who made these kind of stuff famous.
Today was the day it slowed to 500 miles per hour, I think. Was that yesterday? Perhaps today it was planned to reach 400. I suppose it doesn't matter either way. It's hard to remember many things at this point. It was only a matter of time before science went too far and became humanity's downfall.
Now, of course, when you turn to watch this guy's videos, you would be a bit skeptical considering his voice is pretty average, but do not let his voice fool you. He actually focused more on the indology of horror between psychological instead of gore. That's actually what I really liked about him, how some people just rely on gore, but however, he relies on the mostly creepy atmosphere, including what you do in that case scenario in real life. That's what makes his videos so risky scary, and if I were you guys, please watch him because you won't regret it. Next on our list, we have Unit 522. Now, typically, I don't usually pick guys at a randomness, but that's actually not the case with this guy. Now, keep in mind, I do not actually find him relevant when it comes to a simple between a female's perspective, but I do respect him when he plays more of a serial killer's perspective, including him playing monsters, how his voice is perfectly deep and it actually makes you think that he is a serial killer. That's actually what I love about him, and it always makes it so scary.
That way she couldn't see the long, sharp black nails protrude from my fingertips as my hand twitched. She couldn't see my eyes glow red in that split second. She couldn't see the horror that is my true form.
It only takes me a couple of seconds to go back to normal. I guess I dodged a bullet there.
Now, like I said, I find him irrelevant when he plays serial killers or either between a monster, but do not let that ally to the fact that he can do other voices as well, between old people, between young people, you name it, he can actually do it, but not into perspectives that you might actually think. So that's pretty much why is he low on the list, but please go check him out. And finally, at number 1, we have Creepypasta JR. Now, typically, I would have just posted like something like Mr. Creepypasta or Mr. Nightmare, of course, but I figured that would be way too obvious, so I figured I can go with something new. Now, this guy, on the other hand, has an average voice, including he has pretty much all the above you can think, between children, between females, between males. He can actually do it in a very good perspective, including with an actual great dialogue.
As the years have gone by, I've grown up. I've realized that the story cannot possibly be true. Yet, I can't shake the feeling that it is. I must have stared at him for close to 10 minutes before he finally spoke, in a soft mutter that was clearly intended for his ears only. "This human is creeping me out," he said. "It almost looks like it's looking right at me." "I am looking right at you," I said. The demon nearly jumped out of his skin. "What? You can see me?" he asked. "Yes? Can't everybody?" "Not unless they're in the 5th dimension."
What I love about this guy is the fact that he changes the creepypastas to his level. What I mean by that, to those who don't know, all the creepypasta writers always go to one website to get most of their ideas, and that's a website called Reddit. This guy actually takes stories from Reddit, but he adds his own twist to it, between what he actually wants to put in, changing the dialogue, how he explains certain things. That's what I really love about him, how he puts more detail into his work. And I'm quite sure that's all you guys want to hear. There's nothing else I could say. These are my favorite Dreek creepypasta writers, and of course there are many more out there. It's not just a flurry of these guys, they're just my personal favorite. I will leave both of their channels in the description below. Please go check them out, you would not regret a thing, and please get into creepypastas. They're fun, they're relaxing, including it's something that can creep you out if you ever want to get into the scary mood. So yeah, there's something like that. I'm Surefire Bloom. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.